What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here in Farming Simulator, Rags to Riches series. This is episode number 60, a milestone episode in the series. 60 episodes in, and I figure for the 60th episode, we got to do something special here. We got to do something crazy. I mean, we got to go off the charts, and I have the perfect plan. And if you watched the last video, you'll notice that we talked about some ideas on how to spend this $400,000 in our bank account. We talked about buying the wagon maker. Now, if we look at the wagon builder, it will make a wagon. And it's going to make one wagon with 8,400 long planks, 2,000 pallets of, or 2,000 liters of fabric, and 1,000 liters of rope, which that's going to be fine for us. We have a little sawmill. We can set it just to make long planks. We can pull one of our spinneries to, instead of distributing the fabric to the clothes maker, we can have the fabric spawning so we can use some fabric. And then we do have a rope maker, so we can use the rope for that. So not a problem making this product here, but there is a problem. That's right, I did some research on the wagon builder, and not only does it cost over $400,000 to buy the wagon builder, but it also takes about 7 months for a wagon to be built. So you're going to put all the planks and the rope and the fabric in here, and then you got to wait 7 months for the wagon to be built. Now, from what my research tells me, you will be able to sell the wagon for like $160,000, so that's a lot of money, but it's going to take 7 months. So in actuality, when you're talking about the materials that it takes to make and the time it takes to make one wagon, you're talking about 3 years in order for this thing to pay for itself. And that's before you start making any profit. So I think the calculation turned out to be 3.5 years before this thing starts to pay for itself and you see a profit. And 7 months. I don't know that we want to wait 7 months for a wagon. So I think we're going to scrap the idea of the wagon builder. And you can leave it down in the comments. You can let me know if you're disappointed in that, or whether you wanted to, to see this through. Because the series isn't over. I mean, maybe at some point, but right now I've got a way better idea on how to spend this money. I think you're going to like it. Oh, now in the last episode, we talked about some of the great comments that I've been having on the channel, and I really appreciate you guys leaving those comments. I read every single one. I mean, there's not many, but the ones that are left, I do read them, and I really appreciate them. You guys really give me some great tips and suggestions, and I really enjoy that. Building this like farming simulator community here gives me, ideas and perspective on the game that I otherwise wouldn't have had. And one of the comments was about getting a little pallet shed and putting the excess wool in there. And I had all intentions on selling the excess wool, and all I did was store it right down here in our new little wool storage shed. And the comment that started all this off was by a Life Relamed, and the comment was about getting a little pallet shed and that kind of stuff, and really appreciated that. So I got this pallet shed. My intention was not to store the wool in here forever. My intention was to sell it. I think that was my intention, but I totally forgot to do that. So I posted episode number 59, and I'm watching it back because I think it's important for creators to watch their content back to make sure that it's okay, that the graphics are good, that the sound is good. So I'm watching the video back, and the first comment was from Ken Morgan, 01. And Ken said, "Why are you storing the wool? Just sell it. You'll have the same problem once it fills up. Seems pointless." And I'm drinking a cup of coffee. I'm looking at the video. I see this comment, and I thought to myself, what the hell am I doing? I was supposed to sell the wool. And so I replied to the comment saying that I just realized that I meant to sell it, and instead of selling it, I stored it. And I felt like a real big idiot. So I said, you know, when I'm recording episode number 60, the first thing I have to do is acknowledge that my dumbass stored the wool instead of sold the wool. So thank you, Life Relamed, and thank you, Ken Morgan, for pointing all this out. And I just, you know, not the smartest guy in the world. And I think sometimes it shows, especially in a video game like Farming Simulator, where you really kind of sometimes have to mind your P's and Q's, and you got to be on your game, and I'm not. And that's on me. So tell you what, we're going to start out this episode by taking care of the mistake I made in the last one, and we're going to get these pallets of wool out. There. Okay, we're getting some of these pallets. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this works, but we're just going to get these pallets out as much as they'll come out, and then we're going to suck them up with our little auto-load trailer, and we're selling them. I mean, it's a great time to sell them, too, if you check out the prices. Yeah, it looks like this thing is spitting out 8,000 liters at a time, so let's just go ahead and keep going. And bam, there's probably 8,000 more liters. So we'll just keep doing this until this trailer's full. We'll get all of this wool. I think it was like 24,000 liters, I think, is what the what's in this little storage barn. And we're going to take this wool and we're going to sell it. And as you can see, it's the perfect time to sell the wool. 3,618 bucks is the high point. We could sell it at the farmer's market for $36.37. So, you know, 24,000 liters of wool should fetch us a pretty penny, upwards of $40-some thousand, I guess. And you have to wonder, pretty good at doing the math, but yet the common sense stuff, like selling wool versus storing wool, not very good at. All right, there it is, 30,000 liters of wool. Now, this shed is going to stay because there are going to be points where we have a massive amount of wool and we need to store it somewhere because the price isn't right to sell it. So I'm glad we do have the shed, but yeah, I should have sold it. So we're going to rectify that right now. And the other thing I didn't do, I didn't see all this wool over here that's piled up. We got to sell that too. So we're going to sell all of that wool as well. We got 30,000 liters here. There's probably another 10,000 liters over there that we're going to sell. This is going to be a crap load of money, and this is going to add to our bank account, and it's going to help out for the plan that I have to spend the money. And I think, I mean, I'm taking a total 180. Oh my God, look out, watch it. Don't hit the postal guy. God, we'll never get our mail again. But yeah, I'm pivoting from the wagon builder, and I'm going to do something completely wild. I mean, we had talked about it, so it's not completely wild, but it is going to be something that's a little abnormal, I think, for me. And it's going to involve, you know, farming a crop. I mean, I could be making a real big mistake here. Let's go ahead and sell off all of this. All right, there we go. Wow, $523,000 is our bank account right now. This is ridiculous. We're half millionaires. I mean, that is awesome. And can you imagine in real life having a bank account with that much money in it? Because I can't. I don't even know what I would do with that money. I mean, I'm assuming I would spend it somehow. All right, look out, car. Excuse me. God, I swear, it's people in Riverbend Springs. They got to go to a driving school or something, learn how to drive, because it's a little ridiculous. Okay, let's go back and pick up probably about 10,000 liters of this wool over here. That way we can make room for it. And we're going to take that and sell that, and that's going to make us a pretty penny. I tell you what, the sheep are just crazy. They've gone crazy. I think they probably have some mental problems, which is fine. I think we all do. But the sheep, they work too hard. And, you know, I don't know. I don't have that problem. I work just hard enough. But these sheep, boy, they are They're something else, I'll tell you what. So we're going to make some room here. We'll pick up a few of these pallets here, and then we're going to go sell these. And that's all we have to do for the first day of April, except we're going to dive into spending this money because it is going to require some work. And it's going to require a crop that I have never gotten into before in Farming Simulator, because ultimately I never knew what to do with this crop. And the crop is soybeans. And I know, sounds crazy. Like, you know, I've had soy milk before. I do eat tofu every now and then. I kind of like Indian food, and I like tofu. It's not horrible. I've had ice cream made out of tofu. I have a relative of mine that is allergic to milk, so everything is soy-based. And I thought, you know, soybeans are, you know, it's part of American farming, and we're going to get into it. I mean, we're really going to get into it because I found something to do with soybeans, and you guys are probably thinking, what the hell can you do with soybeans other than just farm them and then you sell them? But I discovered a really cool mod, and I'm on the Xbox Series X. So I believe this mod, there we go, now you can see the crates. I believe this mod is available PC, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. It's available. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So let's go ahead and drop these off. Let's see how much money this makes us. And then we're going to talk about our plans. And a beautiful day here in April, honestly. I wish it was this sunny and warm where I'm at. Temperature right now in my neighborhood, it's 9 degrees. It's just cold. All right, there we go. Wow, holy crap, $587,000 in the bank. We are going to park our tractor in this trailer, and let's talk about the plans. Well, I did a lot of thinking about our farm. I did a lot of thinking about this series. And, you know, we've accomplished all of the goals that we set out at the beginning, which was 60 episodes ago. The only goal that we haven't done is our little tailor shop down here. Hasn't made us $1 million yet, but we are really not far off from doing that. So the series honestly could come to an end at any point. But what I'm thinking here, I'd like to have this whole farm up here. Like, we could own this entire corner of the map. Maybe even these two little fields over here too, I don't know. So this is kind of like our cotton, our sheep, our wool, our spinnery. We're dipping into rice over here, red beets, sugar beets. I love Mount Kimchi up here, our sugar mill. I mean, we got a whole little mini dynasty going on up here. And I kind of thought about Walter's farm. It's been sticking in my head since we mentioned it. How many episodes ago was it we started talking about Walter's farm? All right, Walter's farm, $172,000. We could buy Walter's farm. We could buy Fields 3, Fields 4, and Field 5. All of that combined would be about $440,000. That's not much. I mean, we've got the money. Now, the cool thing is, on Walter's farm, if we jump over here, we don't need this big-ass barn here. We really don't. We can sell it. I don't want to get into cows, so we could sell the cows. I don't need that silo. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of the, I think there's some beehives over here. There's like a little construction project. We don't need any of that. We can sell all of this stuff. The only thing that we're going to need is Walter's house, because Walter's going to live with us. Or Walter's going to live here. We're not going to live here. Walter's going to live here. We're going to let him live here because he's going to be like the property tender. And we're buying off his farm. We're buying off his fields. Walter's retiring. He's going to live peacefully in retirement in this house, but he's still going to have this farm. He's just not going to have to work real hard. But these little barns over here, we can sell those. We're not going to need them. But I tell you what we're going to do with these fields. With fields 3, 4, and 5, we are planting soybeans. We are going to take a plow. We are going to combine these fields, and we are going to make one enormous soybean operation over here. This field is 4.3 acres. This one is 2.45. And then this one is 4.21. So between 11 and 12 acres of soybeans right here, which is great. And you might be thinking, what the hell can you do with soybeans? Well, I'm about to show you. Here's the mod, the soybean factory. We could eventually buy a soybean factory. We could put it, I don't know, there's space over here. We could make this a little gravel lot. We could have the soybean factory over here. We could put it in the middle, right here. We're gonna have the space because we're getting rid of that big old barn. But this is going to be a soybean production and soybean factory. This soybean factory makes tofu, it makes soy milk, and it makes soy patties. For those people that like those impossible burgers made out of soy, I mean, look, I'm not eating them. I don't know if you're eating them. I'm not judging anybody that's eating them, but we're gonna make them so people in Riverbend Springs can eat soy burgers. That's right. You heard it here first. So that's what we're gonna do. This entire area right down here is going to be a soybean operation, and we're gonna use this soybean factory. Now, one of the cool things about the soybean factory is it's not just soybeans, and we'll get into this more when I buy the soybean factory. I don't know if that's going to happen in this episode, probably not. It's probably going to happen in a few episodes from now. But this soybean factory, it also takes sunflower oil, soybeans, water, I think barley or wheat, and flour to make the soybean patties. So this isn't just going to be dump the soybeans in and it kicks out a product. I mean, that's going to be part of it. But we're going to have to dip into some other things. We're going to have to dip into some sunflowers. We're going to have to dip into, I think, some wheat and some, we're going to have to get a flour mill. We're going to have to get an oil mill. So this project down here on Walter's farm is not just a one and done. We're going to need soybeans. I think it's wheat. We're going to need sunflowers, and we're going to need two other production chains, the oil mill and the flour mill. And all of that stuff, I think, is going to happen on this area of the map down here. Yeah, so if we look at the map, Walter's farm, these three fields, and I feel like field number 8, 9, 7, 6, all of this stuff, even over into field number 2, this whole area of the map down here is going to be our soybean production, which is going to include sunflowers, a flour mill, and a oil mill. It's all going to be happening down here. It's going to extend the series a little bit, but I'm really excited about this soybean opportunity, the soybean production, the soybean mogul. We're going to be the soybean kings of Riverbend Springs, and it's all going to happen down here at this area of the map. Look, who knows? We could keep this series going for another 50 episodes, and eventually I'd like to buy this little farm area over here, and we could do something with this area. We could have another little kind of production thing going on over here, because we got this area of the map up here. We're going to have this area of the map down here. And who knows, we're going to need something, maybe something down here. I don't know. And, look, call me crazy and leave it in the comments down below. We could turn this series into an Own the Map challenge, kind of like a little mini side game. But, yeah, that's what we're doing. So hang on to your hats, because we're buying Walter's farm right now. And we are buying field number 3, and we are buying field number 4, and we are buying field number 5. Bam. There we go. It's all ours. And we still have $148,000 in the bank. And we're going to sell these buildings here. So we're going to get back probably another $100,000. And I know exactly what we should do with that money. But first things first, let's hop on to Walter's farm and let's sell off the stuff that we don't need. All right. Well, here's a barn. We don't need it. It's $40,000. See you later. Here's a fuel tank. We don't need this. That's going to be $2,200. Bye-bye. What's this over here? Look, these are bees. Nobody likes bees. We've already talked about bees. Yeah, I mean, these are only $100, but let's get them off of the property. Here's a little silo, a grain bin, $300. I mean, we're not doing this for the money. We're doing this to clear out the land. I don't even know what this is. It's a solar panel. We don't want a solar panel. Get rid of it. Gosh. Oh boy, what is this? This is where the honey is stored. I don't know how do you get rid of this. And we don't want this. This is a small shed. It's like a little project that you can do, but we're getting rid of that. We got to figure out how to get rid of this. I'm assuming maybe you have to sell this honey, and then we can eventually sell this little, I guess, this little spawning point for the honey. And look, we cleared all this with Walter. We said, look, we're coming in, we're selling your stuff, and that's fine. We're splitting the profits with him. Here's a little barn, 4,200 bucks. Get rid of it. We don't need this barn. That's 12,430 bucks. Wow. So basically, when you buy Walter's farm, what is this? Is this water? I think we should keep this. I feel like this is, yeah, it's a water tank thing. So let's keep this just in case we need some water. It's a nice source of water. And this, the cows, we can't sell them without selling the cows. So we're going to go and do this. Here's a silo. Let's sell that. I think this is another one of those little solar things. A garden shed. Here's the solar thing. Let's get rid of all this stuff. But honestly, when you buy Walter's farm and you sell all this stuff, basically Walter's farm doesn't really cost you anything. Now, we can't sell this little shed, and we can't sell this little weird looking chicken coop thing. We're just not going to use it. This little farmer's kiosk, you can sell it, but honestly, we're going to leave it there because we might want to sell some things to it. So that is it. We got 3 cows in here we got to sell, and we can do that just by hopping over here. We'll come over to the little paw icon, and let's just sell these guys. Not much, 2,700 bucks. There they are. They're gone. And now we can sell the cow pasture because we don't need it. And this could be where the soybean factory goes. We could also turn this into a little, kind of like a little shed area where we can store some equipment. Now, Walter does have some crops already growing. Let's check and see what those are, because right now in April is a perfect time to plant soybeans. Oh boy, Walter, what are you doing with potatoes, my man? That's not going to do anybody any good. Nobody wants to harvest potatoes. What's in this field? This is, hey, sunflowers. Okay, well, you know what? Eventually we're going to need sunflowers. Gosh, what do we do? Do we keep the sunflowers in this field since they're already growing and just do 2 fields of soybeans? Or do we just do the whole thing of soybeans and then we can get sunflowers going at a later time? Let's take a look at sunflowers. I mean, sunflowers, gosh, I really don't know what to do. Yeah, I feel like they're already planted and we're going to need them eventually for our soybean production. We are going to need an oil mill. So we're going to go get our plow. Ah, man, I really do want this to be one large field though. But we can do that next year, where when we go to replant the soybeans, we can connect these 2 fields at that time. Right now, we'll go get the plow and we'll just connect these 2 fields. And honestly, we're going to rip up the potatoes. Don't worry, we're going to pay Walter for him. He's going to get paid pretty well. But yeah, this is it. Soybean production at its finest. And we have a whole big plot of land here we could do whatever we want with. And if you got ideas on what to do, let me know in the comments down below. I'm really excited about soybeans. It's something I've never done before. So, man, strap yourselves in. This is pretty awesome. There's also a little shed down here. I don't think we need this. 257 bucks. See you later. What is this? I don't even know what that is, but we can't get rid of it. I'm assuming it was part of that little shed, but we could probably use this little area down here too for something. And we own all of this land. We own some trees. I don't think we own this. No, we don't own that. But our property line comes down through here. And we do own all of this land back here. And it goes all the way over here. And eventually we're going to buy this big field over here. And we are also going to buy these fields over here. And the money that we got for this is all because of our clothes. So we are just expanding our empire, and pretty soon we're going to have a soybean empire, and that's just awesome. And we're going to have to start keeping an eye out in our used vehicle section for other tractors, because now that we are kind of split up with some different operations, we're gonna need a tractor down there, and we're gonna need some equipment down there. Now we have 2 cultivators, so we'll probably take 1 cultivator down there and just leave it. Let's go ahead and hook this plow up. We're gonna take our plow down there. As a matter of fact, tell you what we're gonna do. Let's work smarter, not harder. Let's put this plow on the front, and let's grab the cultivator with the back, and we can drive it all down there at the same time. I believe we left our cultivator over here in the little grass fields that we planted in the last episode. So we're going to grab the cultivator. We'll go down to Walter's farm. And the other thing we have to do, now we have $261,000 in the bank. The other thing that we have to do, we got to buy a harvester, because in about 5 or 6 months, we're going to need to harvest the soybeans, and we're going to need to harvest the sunflowers. So we are going to need a harvester, and that's probably going to take up all of our money. And that's another reason why when you buy Walter's farm, just sell everything on it, so that you're not spending that much money. And we do have, gosh, 261. I don't know if that's enough to buy the harvester that we need, but we got a few months, so we're going to have more clothes in that time. We're going to have more kimchi, more lettuce, and all the good things that you get here on our normal farm to make us that money. But this is super exciting. And we still have silage. So in the second day of April, we're going to have to sell all these silage bales, and that's going to get us even more money. Oh man, I don't know. I'm super excited. I feel like I'm talking a lot because I'm so excited about this new venture that we're on. And if you're excited, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, and oh my god, it's the barge. Oh, you son of a bitch. You know what? I don't know. I mean, we've been dealing with this barge the whole series, and we're not really that angry at it today, because today's a new day. Today's a soybean day. It's a new venture, and we're about to start a new journey here in this series, and we're not mad. We're not upset. We're very excited, and we're just going to wave. We're going to wave to the barge and wish him well. And then as soon as he turns his back and he drives away, we'll flip him the bird. Sounds like a plan. All right, now if you take a look at some of the products that the soybean production chain produces, soy smoothies. Take a look at this thing. The low point, $5,183 per 1,000 liters. But this thing sells for $6,100 at its peak. So that's really, really good. If we take a look at tofu, it's the same thing. $4,800 at its low point, $5,800 at its high point. That's a great price. And then here's the big money maker right here, soybean patties. As disgusting as they might be in a Impossible Burger, which I've had before. Okay, look, I'm going to admit it. Sometimes I've had them and I didn't want to throw up. So, I mean, that's a good thing. But these soybean patties, $6,750 at the low point, $8,100 at the high point. So all these products from the soybean production chain, man, really, really, I'm excited about making them. I also downloaded a mod that adds sweet corn to like the canning factory, because I thought at some point we could get into corn, but yeah, not super excited about that one. And I also downloaded a mod for Farming Simulator 25 that does different types of other greenhouses, that does melons, like watermelon, and I can't remember what else it does, but it's like watermelon, I think grapefruits, oh yeah, plums. Plums, you can make plum jam, pickles, pears. That's kind of cool. I'm always looking for like some different stuff in just the playthroughs that I do on my own time. So I do love pickles. Pickles, man, I don't know if there's anything better than a nice pickle. especially on a Chick-fil-A sandwich, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you do. All right, we're dropping off the cultivator. Let's go ahead and put the plow on the back. I don't know. I mean, I know you can use it on the front, but honestly, I just love it on the back of a tractor. And we're going to plow these fields together, and then we're going to cultivate the heck out of them. And this is always something that I really love to do, just like creating the fields here. I don't know why. It's just kind of satisfying. All right, so we're going to allow it to create the fields. Let's go ahead and drop it down. Let's see how we're doing there. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. Just kind of slowly go over to here. There we go. And then we're just going to drive down this lane. And let's just make sure that this is all plowed up and ready to go. And then when we do our cultivating, it's going to be great. And yeah, sorry to waste all these potatoes, but it's got to be done. All right, let's go ahead and I don't want to go too far here. There, I think that's good enough. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Now let's go back up this row, and I think we'll be done. All right, there it is. Absolutely perfect. And then once the harvesting happens, and next year when it's time to plant the soybeans again, we're going to move these sunflowers out of the way. We'll combine these two fields, and then we'll just have one huge soybean area. I guess we can leave the plow down here. We're going to have to turn this whole area into some sort of shed area. Someplace we can store some equipment. We're going to leave one of the cultivators down here, and we'll have to get a seeder for down here too, and just kind of leave the equipment. And we got to get a tractor down here. Now, it doesn't have to be a super powerful tractor, but maybe we'll bring the John Deere down here and leave it, and then we can purchase a brand new tractor for the main farm. That sounds pretty exciting. All right, we got to cultivate this field. Just get all these potatoes out of here. Let's go ahead and do that now, and then we'll go back and we'll grab the seeder, and then we'll bring the seeder down here. We're going to plant our soybeans, and we can take a look at some of the options that we have as far as eventually buying a harvester. All right, well, there it is, our soybean field. We have plowed it, we have cultivated it, and we have now planted it full of soybeans, and that is pretty cool. And I can't wait until the next planting season when we can combine it with that sunflower field. So let's go ahead and park our seeder. We'll just keep it down here with the plow and the cultivator. This will be, I think, the new home for this equipment. I mean, we'll kind of see, you know, as we go along, whether we need to move that up to the other farm or not. Yeah, that's what we got to do here. So I think that's all that we have to do here in the first day of April. We do have to sleep through until the second day of April so that we can sell our silage. Let's head back to our farm. And I tell you what, we're going to take our John Deere up there to the back to the main farm, and we're going to go ahead and sleep until the second day of April. All right, before we sleep, let's go ahead and just fix our tractor, make sure everything is good. We've been using this thing, so let's go ahead and repair everything. And we do have to give it some fuel. So we'll drive over here, let's give it some fuel. And let's go ahead and wash this thing off as well. I want to keep this thing nice and clean, get that pallet fork nice and clean, get the front loader nice and clean along with the tractor. And here we go. Now, I'll tell you what, recording in this 1440p at 60 frames a second has really made a difference. I mean, the last video that was posted I thought looked really, really good compared to the other ones that we had been posting. You know, I mean, geez, 60 episodes in, and I finally got it figured out and was able to change my setup. Better late than never. Am I right? All right, well, let's go ahead and park this bad boy. I don't think there's anything left for us to do. Turn off the tractor. Let's go ahead and sleep to the second day of April. Oh, here it is, April the 2nd, the second day in April. It's a beautiful day. Tell you what, not a cloud in the sky. It's just awesome. And there's only a couple things for us to do this second day here in April. The first thing that we have to do, we got to fertilize our new little grass fields and our rice field. So let's go ahead and take a trip over to that area of the farm. We also have to check on the price of lettuce. We do have a couple pallets at each one of the greenhouses, and I think the prices really start to dip down in the next couple months. So we want to take advantage of the price that we have now, because I don't think we're going to see this price for probably another 6 months. And I don't think we want to let the lettuce stack up. I mean, we certainly can, but I think it would behoove us to sell it now. I don't even know what that means. One of the things I do want to do, I want to come down to this field. This is 100% fertilized, so that's fine. We really don't have to do that. Let's check here. We don't have to add any water. The water level is good in this rice field. And you know, the other thing I was thinking of, eventually I do want to create a rice field and make long grain rice. It's a little bit different. You harvest it with an actual harvester, so you don't need that rice equipment. Let's go ahead and check on these fields here. And this field, also 100% fertilized here in this rice field, so that's really good. Let's check on this little grass field here. This is also 100% fertilized, so we don't really have to add fertilizer to this. I'm assuming now that the little field over here for grass is also going to be 100% fertilized, and that's great. That means we don't have to do anything here with our fertilizer. Here we go, 100% fertilized the whole field. So yeah, I was wrong. We don't have to fertilize anything. We could go up and check our red beet field to make sure that is fertilized. We do want to check the used vehicle section real quick just to make sure there's nothing in there that we're missing. And I don't know about the lettuce. We'll have to check the price of that as well. Yeah, the price of lettuce is going down. The next time we're going to see a price like this is going to be in November, it looks like. It's 9 months away to January, and I really don't want to wait that long and let the lettuce pile up. So we'll probably end up selling it now, and then we'll sell it again in July. And after July, we probably won't sell it again until January, I think. That makes sense to me. Also, if we take a look at our goat milk is really, really trending downwards. I think we could probably wait until September. It looks like it spikes up in September. I don't think we have a whole lot of goat milk, but we will take a look at that as well. Man, clothes still at a peak. I don't think we have any more clothes since we just sold a whole bunch of them in the first day of April. Let's just run down here and check. Yeah, no more pallets of clothes. Let's hop over to the rope maker. No more rope here. Back at the sugar mill, we do have some sugar, but I don't know that we need to sell it. 6 pallets here. Yeah, we could probably wait until June or July to sell the sugar. Let's hop down to the lower farm here and we can check on our goat milk. Here's our silage. It's 91% fermenting. Should be ready around 12 o'clock in game time. We've got 1,000 liters and then one of them is 346. So yeah, we could just let that pile up. I don't know why these pallets stacked up like that. That's a little strange to me. Normally they lay out on the ground here. That's kind of weird, but look, Farming Simulator's doing its thing. We're not going to argue with it. Checking on that used vehicle section. Oh man, check it out. There's a tractor down here. Look at this. The Agro White 8010 series is 53% off. We do need a tractor. All right, even with an engine upgrade, this thing, 225 horsepower for this thing, and it's $51,453. Let's see if we can't put some Michelin tires on this bad boy. Now, this is not going to have a front loader, but I think that's fine. We're buying it. Yeah, 52 grand. We need a tractor at our other farm. And I think this is the tractor that's going to go down at the other farm. I mean, 225 horsepower is enough to pull a cultivator. It's enough to pull a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to spend $100,000 more to get one with a front loader that has a similar horsepower that's brand new. This is a Massey Ferguson, and gosh, I think the way to go is to buy that used one. It's got 26.9 hours on it. I mean, the question is, do we buy it used or do we buy it new? Yeah, I tell you what, we're going to go with 225 horsepower. We're going to go with the 400 kilogram weight on the front. I mean, that's all we need. So let's go ahead and buy this. $52,253. We're doing it. All right, here it is. Let's start it on up. The thing needs to be repaired. Let's take it over to this shop. Boy, this thing is hauling. That thing's quick. Wow, how cool is this? Brand new tractor for our brand new farm. Let's go ahead and fix this thing up. All right, it's only $2,075 to fix it up. There we go. Now we're not going to paint it. We don't really care about that. Until it comes time to sell it, we'll paint it then. Yeah, let's drive this tractor down to the farm. Very, very exciting. All right, here we go on our new farm with our new tractor. Well, our new used tractor, that's fine. And look at all the space here on this land. I mean, we're going to have a production facility right here in the middle, but there is so much space on this land. It's like a blank canvas, and we're an artist, and we can do whatever we want with it. I'm also kind of thinking maybe we should get some goats down here. The only thing about that is I'd like to have the animals all in one place. That would, I don't know, basically it would keep the animals up there and we wouldn't have to bring any grass down here to feed any new animals. Let's go ahead and hop back into the Valtra. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. We'll disconnect the cultivator because we're going to leave that down here. Let's take the Valtra back to the main farm, and what we're going to do is we're going to sell our lettuce. And yeah, I think that's all we're going to do for the second day of April. Oh yeah, we got to wait until about noon and we're going to sell our silage. So sell the lettuce, wait till noon, sell the silage, and that is all that we have to do for this month. And we are going to move straight into the month of May. All right, look, I know we're having a good episode and we're having fun, and we bought a new farm and we're excited and we're in a good mood. But 2 times in one episode with this barge, oh man, starting to make us a little bit angry. And you know what happens when we get angry? We plot to sink this barge. All right, but we're not going to do that. Let's hop back in the tractor and forget that barge is even there. All right, once we sell our lettuce, we're going to have probably $230,000 in the bank. Take a look at the contracts. We don't really have any huge contracts here, so we're not really going to be doing any contracts. We could continue to expand this farm over here by buying field number 50, but I'd like to come up with a plan. I'd like to buy field number 38 and eventually turn that into cotton, so we have a huge cotton operation over here. Field number 38, as we talked about in the last episode, it's got red beets in it. Red beets are going to be harvested in August, so maybe the plan is in August we buy this field. We can harvest the red beets, put the red beets in our processed food plant, and then we're going to own this field and we'll be ready to plant cotton when cotton comes up to be planted, which I think is February. So that's going to be our plan for August, only a few months away. It's $321,000. We're going to have to save up our money here. And again, once we harvest those red beets, that is an enormous undertaking, and that's going to be a lot of red beets. I don't know what we're going to do with all those red beets, but I'd like to have this field, and I don't want to buy it right now and screw up the red beets. We could also buy like little field number 46. We could use this as like a staging area, put a shed on there. Again, we could put some animals on there, but we could also use it for grass, but I don't really want to do more grass. Grass is kind of boring in my opinion. Field number 45 we could buy. That's a grass field right now. It's on a pretty big hill. I don't know what we would plant there. More cotton probably. This field's only $191,000, so I mean it's going to drain a lot of our bank account. We could do the same thing in field number 28. This thing's $67,000. We could plant cotton on it. Unfortunately, cotton is not going to be planted until February, and we can't plant it now. So there's no use buying a field when you can't even plant anything in it. We could look at buying some of this stuff up here. Field number 24 is way too expensive, $568. That's got to be the biggest field on the map, I'd imagine. Field 25, that's right around $200,000. This could be more cotton. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to buy one of these. This is $157. We could do either more soybeans over here. We do more soybeans, and then this stuff could be sunflowers. But I think we need like wheat or barley for that soybean mod. I cannot remember which grain crop it is. Oh, it's barley. You can tell by the little icon. So that's September. And we're going to need a flour mill and some stuff like that. So for right now, I think we should just worry about soybeans and sunflowers because you can plant them right now. Field number 6, probably too much money for us. Field number 7, I mean, that's right around the same price. Here's a cheaper one. This is $108,000. Field number 8, I really like field number 8. And I'd really like field number 8 to be, I guess, to be sunflowers. But we're going to need an oil mill. Gosh, there's so much stuff. This is very complicated. I think basically we should just worry about soybeans for right now. And because we got to buy the soybean processing plant anyway. So let's just focus on soybeans for right now. And I kind of like field number 2. Let's go ahead and visit field number 2. This is a blank field. It's also owned by Walter. It's kind of flat. And this would be a perfect soybean field as well. All right, well, we're going to worry about that after we sell our silage. We picked up the 2 lettuce pallets that were down at the lower greenhouse. Let's go ahead and scoop up all the lettuce here. We're going to sell that We're going to get to noon, then we'll sell all of our silage, and then we're going to reassess. And I'm assuming we're just going to go buy that field down there, and we're gonna deal with the consequences. If that's the wrong thing to do, then yeah, we're definitely gonna have to deal with the consequences. Oh gosh, this this auto load trailer is taking the lettuce from the pallet fork and putting it in the back. Oh, that's wild. All right, 13,000 liters of lettuce. Let's sell it. I'm assuming it's gonna be, I don't know, $40,000 maybe. Probably more than that. Probably, I don't know, maybe 50. All right, let's go ahead and line this thing up here. Not very good at this. Oh gosh, there we go. Let's sell this stuff. All right, bank account now $242,000. So it's about $40,000 in lettuce. That's cool. We'll park this trailer. Let's just park this thing over here. We gotta clean up this farm a little bit. We got to make some parking areas. We got to get some more sheds just so our equipment isn't just strewn all about the place. Maybe that's something I can do. I can either dedicate an entire episode just to like creating, you know, a space on the farm for that stuff and kind of organizing, or I can do it in between episodes. Let me know in the comments down below. Is that something you guys want to see? Or should I just kind of do it? Alright, let's pick up these silage bales. It is almost noon. These things should be ready to sell in just a couple minutes. Alright, let's hop out. I don't want to put all these on the trailer because then you can't see what the percentage of silage is. Oh, yeah, these are all silage. Let's just double check and make sure all these are good. Silage, silage, and drum roll please, silage. Cool. Ready to be sold. Let's pick them up. Let's sell them. And I think we're going to... Oh God. Oh, geez. Don't run away. There we go. Yeah, pick them up, sell them. Oh, you know what the other thing? I thought we could get rid of the goats over there. This is just a random thought I had. Get rid of the goats over there and buy a full goat pen up at the main farm where all the sheep are, just so they could hang out with the other animals and not be isolated by themselves. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Alright, well, not a whole lot of stuff to do here. Sell the silage. We're gonna buy a field, I think. And, oh my god, hey, look out, buddy. I'm turning here. Oh my god, these people in Riverbend Springs, they gotta take some driving classes, I'll tell you what. Alright, here we go. Unloading the bales. And there they go. Wow, $31,939. Honestly, it's less money than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to get about 50 grand for that. Alright, that's done. Parking the trailer. Let's turn off this tractor. Don't think we're going to need it anymore. And, yep, we're doing it. Field number 2. We got $274,000. We're buying field number 2. Bam, that's $157. We still got $117,000 in the bank. And this is the perfect time to hop down to our new tractor. And we're gonna grab our cultivator. I don't even know if we need to cultivate field number 2. Looks like it was already cultivated. But we're gonna cultivate it anyway. I think. Gosh, it's really a waste of time to cultivate it, right? Yeah, let's just go ahead and try and seed it. We're going to go ahead and try and seed field number 2, and I don't know how long this episode is, but I think that's something that we are going to save for the next episode. Yeah, so next episode, we are going to seed field number 2 full of soybeans, and when that's done, we are going to sleep through to the month of May. And I don't know what we're going to do in the month of May. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. So gosh, look, we own this field over here. We're starting our empire down here, and this is really, really cool. So I'll tell you what, let's just do a little test here. Let's lower the seeder and turn it on. And let's see if this thing's working, and it is. Alright, cool. So I'll tell you what, in the next episode, we are going to be seeding this entire field with soybeans. And yeah, we'll get into the month of May. We might get into the month of June and July. Who knows? It's going to be awesome. Episode number 60. It's been great. It's been fun. It's been great fun. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for all the love and support on the channel. Really, really appreciate you guys. I'm just having a blast with this game. It's been a year. And the 2 series I have going on the channel, they are just really fun. And sorry I don't put out content as much as some of the other farming simulator creators, but doing what I can. And once one of these series wraps up, I have an idea for a brand new series. It's going to be really, really cool on the Hunan Pan time map. And yeah, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, hit that like button, leave your comments, do all the things you got to do. You know what you got to do, just go and do it. What the hell are you waiting for? And most importantly, thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. And we are going to see you right back here in the next video.